which is great, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's that old adage of, everybody should get their 15 minutes of fame. And I can't remember who said it, but now everybody gets 1 minute of fame to 15 people. And so, like, the
Yeah.
thought is you have much smaller audiences. I was going to mention earlier, I have a lot of young people that work with me, anywhere from 19 years old up to like late 20s. And we have these icebreakers when somebody new starts. And the question was, what's the most famous person that you've ever met? And what was the story around it? And pretty much everybody below the age of 25 was mentioning influencers that they had seen on the street or had waved to. And that to them is their new celebrity. And I've never heard of any of the people that they talked about, but that is their kind of 15 minutes of fame for the 15 people. It's really interesting, and it's a very different dynamic because the barrier to entry, as I was saying, is so low. Anybody can create this stuff. So it's a very different dynamic.
Sure, for sure. Okay, we're almost done with their time, even more than that, and still I have so much. Maybe we should have another one on
Sure.
some kind of a Thursday. So, so what's your number one tip for leaders who are like looking at this crazy markets changing so fast, especially right now? After Corona, everything accelerated. So
Yeah.
what's your number one tip for them?
I got to go on a really cool trip. I guess it was, oh, wow, it was only like a week ago. I don't know. Like time is just flying by, but yeah, I was working with this company that does water pumps, and it is by far not the sexiest thing in the world. But one of the things that I found really fascinating is their innovation department has kind of like it's completely buffered on either side from the company, meaning there's nobody running in there saying, excuse me, you guys need to deliver tomorrow or this thing's over. And I found the leadership within that innovation department was so unique because they were able to sit back and brutal honesty say, I have no idea what will work here. And this is why I've brought in experts in each of their fields. And I want to understand what it is that they know and understand that well enough so that I can start to support those ideas and move things forward. I think what you get, a lot of big companies have this where it's like the amount of ego that has shot through this person in order to get them on that
Yeah,
level is
yeah.
so absurd. And it's like, I am a wizard. I am the most brilliant person in the world. I can move earth and water. And it's like, yeah, but not really, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's cute. But the reality is that type of arrogance when you're trying to build something brand new and believe that you have all the moving parts up here, like that dictatorship is so going to fail from the start. But bringing in talent and saying, I need you guys to create, and I'm looking in this general direction, but give me a couple of models. Let's sit down and talk about it. Let's see what you guys think is the best thing. I don't know everything. I'm going to learn, but please tell me where you think this makes sense because your expertise is this. And sitting with engineers, aside from marketers, aside from leadership, like that was really cool. And I never see that when I go into larger companies. It's so siloed off, and it's also a massive dictatorship, which is super bizarre. So
Yeah, I
crystallizing it, I think just an open-minded leadership. Sorry.
yeah, and being humble.
Yes.
And we have a nice comment here. Ilan is saying this is great, and then he asks us to make sure that we keep in the loop about this Thursday that we're planning
Oh,
for our
cool.
next time. So
Sure.
thank Ilan Arel, and I think it's a good way to capture what we're doing, because I think that we have this discussion and we could go further with it, but just keeping an open mind and thinking about all the possibilities and being humble is so important in everything that we do, actually. It's not only in innovation, it's like keeping yourself in a measure which is like you can perceive this is my measure. I'm not more than that. And I'm
Yeah.
learning and I'm growing and I'm doing whatever I can in order to learn more, and that's it. It's not more than that. Like after so many years, I've been more than 20 years in the Israeli tech scene, and I've seen so many people, very smart people, fail and then try something else and learn from it. And if you don't have this capacity to just go from something which is very, very stable to something which is like, I don't know, and maybe I'll fail and I'll try something else. It's like,
Well
no
put.
way.
Yeah,
No way.
we got to jam out again.
Sure,
I got
we're gonna do
thoughts.
it.
Yeah,
Sure.
cool,
Ilan said that that was my minute of the 15 people.
cool.
Yeah, like he's my celebrity right now, so it's a beginning. So thank you,
There you go.
Ilan, for your like listening. And Taylor, it's been a pleasure. I really enjoyed
Likewise.
talking to you, and we should do it again. We will do it again, I would say. We should.
Sounds great. Yeah, don't threaten me with a good time. I'll be there. Sounds like fun.
Me too.